Welcome to the Hardaway, aka the three-man gentleman, aka the best big three since LeBron D. Wade, and Boz live on YouTube. Please leave a like in the stream, comment in the chat to join the discussion, and of course, subscribe to the channel. We on our way to that 200, so make sure y'all help us get there. We are also sponsored by Manscaped. I don't have the video just yet, but I have Manscaped, ladies and gentlemen, and I can vouch for the product. My wife likes it. So that's all I'm gonna say. LBR Media is the code for 20% off of shipping. So make sure you guys check the description for the promo code as well as the comments. I have a pinned comment for that as well too. Y'all tripping, y'all stupid.
if your wife like it, you loving it, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I need to get the 4.0.
Look,
God damn.
4.0, man. And you whacker and all that. Look, she already pregnant, y'all. She due in about a month. So I can't have baby number 3 just yet. Gotta slow it down.
Manscaped.
Good for your balls.
Good for
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. If you don't know who I am the walking bucket, providing instant offense. It's your boy Savage. Up here, we got the coach on the sidelines. Take them school on off the court. And when I say it's really shitty, it's really shitty. Shitty, you on fall break yet?
We are, man. And you know what fall break means? Basketball season is here, brothers.
Oh, yes, sir.
So go ahead, find your way to the nearest high school. I know Memphis for sure got Fairleigh and all them other high schools out there. Go and watch this great talent that's coming out. But yeah, fall break starts now. We got to check in with Coach Sheedy for his his games. That man, he'll call me at least twice a week. And like, man, I got this player coming up. I gotta worry about this 6'7" dude from down the street. Man, and we gotta play them twice. And we play them early. We scrimmage them, and then we play them again in December. But it's a good measuring stick, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna count against us. So I look forward to what that scrimmage looks like because we literally play them in like once we get our team together in a week. So this is what it is.
Sir. All right. We also got your favorite DJ, the sample man himself, Mr. Ted Shakir. He had a mix that came out this week. So if you haven't listened to it, make sure you get
family friendly.
What's good?
My heart went into it, man. So make sure y'all go listen to it. But nah, man, what's good? What's going on, brothers, man? I'm really feeling proud to be black right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deion Sanders. I was able to go to the ASU game last night, and it was an experience for sure. Started off rough as hell. Just imagine being in traffic without a car. So you're literally exactly imagine being in traffic without a car. You are the traffic. Imagine being that on your way to traveling on the opposite side of the damn stadium. So we're fraternity brothers as well. So it's like we know what it's like to kind of get people out the way and everything like that. So I literally had to do that, and that stopped because people were pushing me. I ended up kind of just pushing and people pushing me, and I want to apologize to the lady with the baby that I ended up like pushing over. Yeah, it was that serious. It was that cold.
That was a cold blow.
It was a cold blow, but it happened. I finally sat down, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. You know, watching a football game, like especially just everything going on. And the fact that I had that kind of faith in Colorado, like people were yelling, "Oh, where were y'all without Deion? What were y'all doing without Deion?" Shit, I was cheering for my Tigers if I was watching football at all. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Just that experience when the ASU quarterback scored the touchdown with literally like 55 seconds left. Me and the guy, another black guy, was like, "Hold on, y'all. It's way too much time on this clock."
You're cold, man. You're cold, bro.
And now I need 3 points.
And I was with the fellas that was all from ASU. I was like, y'all know Colorado finna win this game. And then for Colorado to win, it was like I was chilling the whole night. So just salute to them.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Throw it up.
Shout out to the shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to the whole Buffalo squad. They did play a bad game though.
Yeah,
they did play a bad game.
But they 4-2. They 2 games away from bowl eligible. All you need is 2 more games, man.
They gonna get it.
2 more games. But this ain't a football podcast. We ain't here for nothing else. We here for the basketball, for the NBA. The NBA is back, ladies and gentlemen. And
yes, it is.
We got some NBA trivia. Of course, like we do every episode. We got some NBA trivia. So what's up? What's the trivia for today?
All right, so I got one. I think Sheedy got one. I think mine will be pretty quick because I'm gonna actually time y'all. I want you to name 4 teams that got Z's in their name. And shout out to the I saw this on Instagram. I forgot the lady that did it. Shout out to her. But 4 teams in the NBA
Like
got Z.
city and mascot.
Z, like the letter
No,
Z.
just say their name.
Z.
So
Yeah, letter Z.
Memphis Grizzlies.
This would be one. So 3, 2,
Jazz.
1.
Oh, my fault. Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh,
1.
Utah Jazz.
Jazz. 2 is 2 more.
Wizards.
Wizards.
Man.
3.
Good.
And the last one, we talked about a player last podcast about him, about the team. Who we talked about last pod?
Bucks.
Raptors.
Not Trailblazers.
Bucks.
Yes.
Trailblazers. Yeah,
Blazers.
that was it. Yeah.
I was like,
30 seconds.
okay,
Yeah.
Trailblazers, you know, Blazers had to be in the dog. boy. Thank goodness you ain't in the classroom. Oh my God.
There you go, Trevor. What up, Trevor? Make sure y'all subscribe to Trevor's YouTube channel. He's doing some NBA 2K content, so y'all give Trevor.
Hey, I'm getting the new Xbox this week. I'm on the way.
Let's get it. All right, Shitty, what's your trivia for today?
It's kind of like a twofold question. So I'll start with the first question. We're talking about quadruple doubles.
Mhm.
What is the only team to have 2 people get a quadruple double for their team?
Jazz went over.
Nope.
Quadruple double. Okay.
Yeah, 2 people.
Because I know Karolinko had one, I think.
Spurs?
But I was trying to think of players.
Spurs.
So David Robinson and who else did it? I don't know who else did it.
Yeah, that's my problem. Now I want you to name that other person. David Robinson was one. Now I'll give you
Tim
the 3 people that got triple doubles besides this person. Hakeem Olajuwon, right?
Yeah.
Nate Thurman. By the way, Nate Thurman, I just looked this man up. This man was a doctor on the glass, averaging 15 and 15.
Yeah, he got it, man.
But there's a 4th player that got a quadruple double. He had 10 steals though.
10 steals from the Spurs.
Yeah, he's for the Spurs. You're probably not gonna name this person, so I'm just gonna get out.
Man, hold on. Let me get 3 tries. So
Okay.
it's not George Gervin, obviously.
No.
Okay.
He's older. I'm assuming.
Give me a time frame.
Timeline would be early 80s.
Early 80s. Who played for the
Yeah,
Spurs?
you got me on Spurs early 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I know it. Give me initials. Let's do that. Give me initials.
Okay. AR.
That don't help. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, I know. Alvin Robinson.
Alvin Robinson.
Robertson.
Robertson.
Excuse me. In 1986.
10
I'm
steals.
sorry. So mid of 1986. He had 10 steals in one game, along with the points, assists. Not the rebounds. But can you imagine getting stolen from 10 times?
10 times.
Like most teams don't do that. So for him to do it by himself for the quadruple double, and he was the other Spur besides got it done before David Robinson did it. But again, only team to have 2 people get a quadruple double.
I gotta say that highlight. Why is he in them pockets so heavy? That man 10 steals. God, dog, what happened? Full
Yeah,
court
exactly.
Man. All right. So let's get into some quick news updates. So one, I'll start with the expansion. The WNBA is expanding to another team out there in I guess San Francisco. So they will be playing at the Chase Center. They will start their franchise in 2025. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Allegedly, they're supposed to have another team as well. I saw something about Toronto, saw something about Portland. I'm not here to have a discussion about that right now because that's down the road, obviously, but I do want to acknowledge that we are having more roster spots open for some women in the game of basketball, which is always good. I'm happy about that. So we'll have some expansion, but I feel like they could have gone somewhere south. Maybe it won't be Memphis, obviously, but like Nashville or maybe somewhere in Florida or wherever. But they are expanding the league, so that's a good thing. And also the WNBA finals actually start today. My Lady Aces play against the New York Liberty. Real quick, y'all, just thoughts on expansion and who y'all got in the WNBA finals. Real quick.
Salute to the WNBA for the expansion. I do like everything you just said, kind of mimic everything you just said. I think that they could benefit more to use more of a southern team as well, like a team in Florida. I think Memphis would be Memphis is an underrated market as far as women's hoops go, because I know the games be turned for, you know, some girls' basketball games in middle school and high school. So imagine if an actual WNBA team would come about. So I think, you know, salute to them with expanding. I think Riley Curry, watch out for her. She is the daughter of the greatest shooter of all time, and now you got a team in their backyard. So watch out for that. We saw how Sarah lit the league up. So just watch out for Riley Curry coming in the, I guess, 20 years from now, 15 years from now, whatever. But WNBA Finals is our Aces, but I guess I never really, you know, support them like y'all did, because y'all literally been on the Aces board since they became a franchise. So salute to you and Trevor with that one. I do got the Aces winning. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The WNBA, if they can market it like a Lakers and Celtics, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same thing next year. If they can find a way to market that as like, hey, y'all better watch this shit, which a lot of people are. The WNBA is in a good spot.
Yeah, to answer your question, I think they're just, to your point, I agree too, that they need to be further south, right? For a team. I don't care where they go, to be honest. But just give more players a chance. Memphis is actually wouldn't even be mad at Nashville either, to be honest. But somewhere in Tennessee would be great, right? We're going to be biased. And my prediction for the WNBA, as it started before the season, I'm going to go with the Liberty. Okay. I believe the Liberty will win this series. I think the Aces are truly stacked and have a great team, even a great coach. But something about the Liberty just kind of stands out a little bit more. So I got the Liberty winning this WNBA Finals.
The Celtics did beat the Lakers first.
Not mad at it. Liberty gave us trouble all year. I think we won one game, I think. I just remember them kicking our ass. Like, they kicked our ass almost every time. I'm like,
yeah, I think the season series was 3-2, I think.
3-2, yeah. That's right.
Like that.
Yeah, they kicked our ass. We lost. It was like very commanding.
And it's like 4 games. It's like, ooh, well, how many? I think I get to 4, right?
I want to say it's 5 games. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's gonna go the full way. Either way, it's gonna go all down to the last game, just because they two good teams. Next up, we got Joel Embiid. He has declared he is going to join Team USA. I've been tweeting it ever since LeBron came out, since KD came out, since Steph came out. And now Joel Embiid. Reinforcements are on the way. Not that we needed reinforcements, but Team USA has a big man. Hopefully, Steve Kerr knows how to utilize the big man. I don't think he has a choice, because if you don't play Joel Embiid, then that's more damning on you as a coach. But quick thoughts on Joel Embiid joining Team USA.
I'll start. He deflected a little bit more, I think, to saying it's about his son, more or less, than his decision. I think some other players just kind of inspired him to want to play for Team USA. But I'm not going to begin the deflection. I love it. Steve Kerr, how many more big men do you need that can score and do what you need to do to play them? So I hope he uses this wisely. Thank you, Joel Embiid, for coming to us. I mean, you could have went to what? Was it France one of the choices for him?
Cameroon, France was 2 options.
Yeah, so, I mean, France has too many 7-footers that don't do nothing anyway. So you had a great spot in USA, and, you know, I feel like LeBron made that call as he kind of joked about it to join that team. So gold is nothing less than what he needs. I mean, Joel Embiid needs something. You got the MVP trophy, but, I mean, he could use a gold, you know, something gold around him, not just a trophy to hold. So Joel
Embiid around his neck.
Team USA. Just a little something.
Shout out to Joel. Shout out to him recognizing that the Team USA would need a real big man to go against, you know, everybody else in the world, because Savage, you just said like you don't think they need reinforcements. Oh yeah, the hell they do. Yes, they do. We better not come in there with what we just played with over the summer, and you still got Steve Kerr coaching. I'm still on the board of, y'all know I love my Warriors, but I think that Coach Spo should be coaching this team as a head coach instead of Steve Kerr. Hopefully they can still develop some kind of game plan as to kind of working more balance. But like Steve Kerr, you kind of like said Steve Kerr doesn't use big man, which is 100% true. So I'm kind of, but I guess to his credit, we never had a big man that you can kind of use offensively either, to his credit. So it's like I'm really interested in seeing I mean, he wasn't gonna do James Wiseman like that. Come on, man. Come on now. I knew what you were doing. Man. He was still young. James Wiseman was still growing. He's still gonna do his thing in Detroit. But Joel he's literally league MVP for a reason. And now you got to develop the game plan to not only have to worry about him, but now Steph Curry said, all right, I'm finna roll out too. Or what KD said, all right, let's get it. Brown, of course, on this way. Book, let's get it. So it's like the Avengers are forming, and we better not go out to Paris and lose. We better not. Hell gonna break.
They're not losing, man. They're not even losing the game. They're not losing the game. I can't see it.
They can't, bro. It's too many niggas in Paris, bro. Too many. Too many. I'm sorry. I said it. They need to wear black Air Forces at all times. That's it. I said it.
Hey.
That's the thing song for Team USA this year.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I might make a compilation of all the Team USA players. When they announce the roster, I'll make a compilation of just them all together with niggas in Paris in the background. That's what I'm gonna do.
There we go. We need that.
What up, Aiden?
What up, Aiden? Oh, my boy missing all the teeth.
Why you find up, Aiden?
No, bro. Like when we missed that first tooth, and then he took that second tooth out like a week later. Oh, he's been snagging tooth ever since.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh shoot! All right, man. Let's get into the meat of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Pause. Real quick. I just want your quick thoughts because your boy Joe Budden went ham on Drake. Give me your quick opinion about that beef. I just want to know real quick before we get to the show.
I think Drake was wrong. Y'all know I love me some Drake. Drake's been my guy since high school, so it's like a love for both that I have. But Drake was wrong in his response because he literally pointed out the bad in what Joe Budden said. Of course, I listened to the pod, and Joe did nothing but say, "I like the project, but in a way, it's not for me." Yep. It does sound like Drake. You're trying to do, make older music. I mean, younger music. Like he that's what he does though. Like he's brought out like Black Boy JB, for example. He wasn't a household name until you put him on a Drake feature, and he continues to do that. At the same time, I would like to know what it'll be like for Drake to be making grown music. Example, for like a J. Cole, for like a Kendrick, for like a Jay-Z when they evolved into the older stages of their careers. I kind of want to hear that. And then shout out to having J. Cole on the record. The one line about the beat it, one away from Mike beat it. Mm-hmm. Cool. But you still got Muhammad Ali on the track and you didn't deliver the way that you're supposed to on your own album. So it's like Joe's right. Your response to him was wrong, dog. And I can't wait to see what Joe say about this, dog. I can't.
Can you talk about your response though to Savage? Because you had something to say.
Well, okay, so I said that Jay-Z came out with the Blueprint 3 at 40 years old. Blueprint 3, I mean, that's a very commercial Jay-Z album in terms of like what he did before his previous albums. But he had so many hits on that album that are still being played to this day. Mm-hmm. On to the next one, Forever Young, Empire State of Mind, Run This Town. Mm-hmm. He had hits, like all them songs hit. And
and the irony of that giving J. Cole that shining moment.
A Star Is Born, yep.
That was J. Cole's like, I'm offended to support my young and let's get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I still listen to Drake. Obviously, I mean, it's Drake. This is one of the best rappers of all time. But we haven't seen him take that next step as far as like, all right, man, you're 36. Like it's time to get a different story to tell. Yeah, aside from like your women in Miami and 8 a.m. in Memphis, 7 p.m. in California. Like let's take to the next step. And I think he can. I think he's capable of that. But it's time to see it now, to see your diversity in your rap game. That's all I want to see. He's a good rapper. I mean, it's Drake. Like, let's be real. But he got to take that next step, and it's time. It's time to move on.
Agreed.
All right, let's get into the discussion of the show. Like I said, I want to start off top with the MVP. MVP, man. Let's get right to it. And I say that because I don't think this is the year that Joker gets it. I think he's got what two, however many he got. I think the fatigue is going to kick in. Not that he's not going to have a great year. This is Nikola Jokic. After all, they just win the NBA Finals. He won the NBA Finals MVP. My MVP this year is going to be Giannis. I think this is the year for Giannis to get it again. He got it in 2021. He has Damian Lillard with him, a running mate that he can lean on if he needs to. but I think Giannis is going to be way more motivated. Kind of like what she mentioned about Kevin Durant. He remember what happened last year in the playoffs. He got hurt. He didn't get to technically stay the entire series to make his impact and his presence felt. And so I think that Giannis is going to win MVP for the regular season because he has a point to prove along with Damian Lillard. So give me Giannis as the MVP for this season coming up.
For somebody with something to prove, I think a player with something to prove that's been kind of like in the news over the summer as to who's the greatest point guard of all time. And you know what I'm saying? My answer is still Magic Johnson, but if you look at the number of MVPs, Magic got 3, Steph got 2. And I think if you're talking about somebody that want to prove I am the greatest point guard of ever, now is the time to do it, Steph Curry. And you got the team to do it. You got Chris Paul that's finna look at you every possession. It's scary hours. So give me Steph Curry for MVP. I think I'll wait for that question. I'll say the question. But I think he has the potential to lead the league in scoring this season.
It's crazy, gentlemen, because my 2 decisions are either Giannis and Steph. And that's literally what I have on my Excel spreadsheet, as I keep an Excel spreadsheet of everything I talk about. However, I'm going to go with Giannis as the MVP this upcoming season. My reason behind that, I think the voter fatigue comes for Joker and for Joel Embiid. They were including Giannis, were the only people that received first place votes last year. And so I think it's only Giannis that will get more votes this year. I think they'll kind of split hairs between Joker and Joel. However, I also believe that Steph Curry has a very, very great chance with Golden State to, if not be the MVP, be the second or third in that running. And so I'm going to go with Giannis, but Steph Curry is not a bad option as well.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I didn't consider Steph because I feel like there will be some kind of, I won't say fatigue, but I just feel like they count his team against him when it comes to the MVP voting. I'm not mad at it. I think he could win MVP this year. That's actually a great option. Surprised you didn't say Kevin.
A second option for me, honestly, would have been for Dame instead of Giannis. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I hear the Giannis talk, but if Dame come in average 30, 32 a game, who's to say that? And you know the emotional side of it too, the voter fatigue, because Giannis has won MVP. But like, would y'all, what y'all think about that?
I think because Giannis is the best player on the team, they wouldn't do it. But I do think that Dame can get 30 a game and still be at least in the conversation. But I don't think he will win compared to Giannis.
Yeah, and that is my problem, because Dame is coming as a second fiddle, so to speak, for Giannis. And if you're not the best player on your team, then how can I call you the MVP of the league? That would be my only gripe about it. However, Damian Lillard could be definitely in the conversation for first team All NBA this upcoming season.
If anything, the space is about to be ridiculous for that. It's about to be crazy because Giannis gonna be.
There's a thing, and we can move on, but I think Dame's gonna be the best player.
Okay.
So I'm like, Dame Batman at this motherfucker now. So we can talk about that another time too, for sure. And we'll definitely see it. NBA season starting right around the corner. So
no doubt. Okay. Let's get into Rookie of the Year then. Is anybody other than Wemby gonna win? Because I got Wemby. Because y'all know I had Wemby in my top 3 is for centers for next season, which I believe he probably will be, which is why I have him winning Rookie of the Year. I just trust Popovich to use Wemby perfectly enough to where he's gonna be able to be him on offense and then be a paint protector on defense. I think it's Wemby. I mean, I don't want to be like last year and say Paolo and that's it, but it's Wemby is what I can say.
The only thing that'll stop him, and which is what I said, is the number of games he play. Because like I said, he's literally this skinny. And with him being so young, it's been a history of younger players not really playing, younger big men not playing, the earlier seasons. So I've got to go Scoot Henderson. I mean, I went with Scoot Henderson from the jump. I think he has a potential to do something special in Portland, even though it's still FU Portland. And it's weird because I love Scoot Henderson. I love his game. Y'all know I'm big on Jeremy Grant as well. So it's like, but still having that energy is like, Portland. Screw y'all, man. But I want Scoot to succeed, and I think if it's anybody else that can win Rookie of the Year, it'll be Scoot Henderson.
Scoot nice, man. He nice.
He got it all.
Yeah, very nice. My Rookie of the Year I've kept saying is Chet Holmgren for Oklahoma City Thunder. He's building his body back. He didn't have the season that he wanted to have last season. He sat out the whole season and has really been working on his game. This is going to be the piece that the Thunder need. And in order for them to need that piece, he has to be the Rookie of the Year for me. So I got Chet Holmgren.
I like it.
Rookie of the Year.
I think those Chet versus like Thunder versus Spurs games are going to be crucial for the sake of the Rookie of the Year. Just like with the MVP last year with Joker and Embiid.
Yeah, ain't no ducking.
Yeah, ain't no ducking because y'all play conference, man. It's 3-4 games against each other. Y'all got to play.
It's a must, yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, ain't no ducking with that one. So that one they might rule themselves out depending on how those games go. But that's the point right there. So I ain't mad at it. Next up, let's do Coach of the Year. And oddly enough, I have Oklahoma City Thunder's coach as a Coach of the Year.
Me too. Me too.
Unanimous, gentlemen.
Unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we all get there, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
I thought I was gonna be like, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I was really
Me too. I try to spell it out.
like Siri, how you pronounce it?
I'm gonna say diagonal, dragon. I don't know, but Mr. Mark for Oklahoma City Thunder.
Coach Mark.
Yeah, Mark D. That's all I know. Mark D. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think now is the time for OKC, man. Is you have all of your young players. They have some experience under the belt. SGA is a first team All NBA caliber player. Lou Dort can make the all defensive team. Josh Giddey is a beast. You got Chet now. You got both Jalen Williams. You got a good coach who just got signed this past offseason. It's time. It's time to show improvement, and I think they will. So I think I got him as we all got him as Coach of the Year. Just thoughts from y'all.
I think it's Dagnall. We're gonna say Dagnall. Let's say Dagnall. If we wrong, we wrong.
We wrong, yeah.
Wrong. But everything you just said, man, SGA is gonna take that next step forward as he's been doing. And Chet, it's time for you to show what you got, man. You was a top pick for a reason, and I think it'll all come together for sure.
So I was muted. To me, it's too easy for this. The only person I could see possibly getting Coach of the Year might be Ime for the Rockets, depending on how well they do.
They don't give it to him. They don't give it to him.
You never know. They might give it to Monty because they never gave it to Monty how they should have gave it to him.
Yeah.
But if I'm a betting man, I want to bet on Mike D. For the Thunder.
Mike
D. What he got going for the season, man, and like there's a lot of great pieces that the Thunder have that no one talks about. Yes, they need a veteran presence. That would be phenomenal for them to have, but they don't. And for them to still challenge the way they have is great. And so I will say that. And before I give up my time, I just want to ask, we were asked, last pod that we're on LBR, what is the playoff moment that SGA has had, right? You remember that?
I do.
Yeah. And that Ja has a better playoff moment than SGA, right?
So far.
Right? How many times did Ja get first team All NBA? But we'll move on, though. We'll move on. That's time.
Love you, Ja.
Another day. Love you too.
We love you, Ja.
It won't be this year because of the games. It won't be this year. All right. Let's go to Defensive Player of the Year. This one was not that it was hard. It was just fine. It was hard for me to find prospects for this because they're not going to give it to Rudy anymore. It's not going to go to Marcus Smart. I think the best candidate is Jaren, who I picked because just by default, to be honest, because he gonna get his blocks as long as he stay healthy and stay on the court. And he gonna do exactly what he did last year. Is just be the block panther. So I got Jaren, but I think my sneaky one, depending on what he wants to do or if he wants to put his mind to it, is gonna be DeJounte Murray. If he wants to lock in on defense and be like that true two-way player that he was even with San Antonio as an all-defensive player, I got DeJounte Murray as my second option, but I'm gonna roll with Jaren as my DPOY back-to-back.
I'll go while you getting yours together too. I didn't choose Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know if it's because I feel like there's going to be not fatigue about him.
They hating on him right now, though. They hating on him.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got Marcus Smart there, who was the previous defensive player of the year, and Jaren Jackson. So I think the voters would be like kind of canceling them out, so to speak, even though they might be rightfully deserved. Now, to me, my defensive player of the year goes to that I think should get it. I think he's getting himself together a lot. I hope will be Evan Mobley for the Cavs. Someone that really got his ass bullied in that Knicks series. I think you cannot come back and be that same Evan Mobley again. Evan Mobley was still great. He wasn't getting all the blocks that Jaren got and all that stuff, but he was still a great defensive effort for him. And I think he takes the next step up. And again, I think that along with the cancellation, unfortunately, of Marcus and Jaren happens, right? Because we're not going to vote for both. We're going to vote for either one or just move on. And I think that I give it to Evan Mobley for the Cavs.
Hell of a pick, Sheedy. Hell of a pick. I'm kind of like you, though, Savage. I do got two in a way. Because if the Grizzlies are to be in the playoff potential, it'll be because Jaren Jackson is taking a step up offensively and defensively. The last player to win consecutive defensive player of the years was Rudy Gobert, and that was a few years ago. So I don't think voter fatigue would come into that, but I had to pick another one because, of course, I don't have the Grizzlies in the playoffs, so I can't have him win defensive player of the year. But to your point, Savage, you did go to a point guard who could possibly win if he stepped up. I'm going to do the same. This point guard last year averaged a steal and a half and a block a game. That point guard just happened to be the point guard we just got done talking about, SGA. So give me Jaren Jackson Jr. or SGA to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think because he don't have to do so much offensively this year because he got Shet coming, I think he can put up, more. So he could be a scary favorite.
People sit on SGA's defense, man. Like his overall game, like he rebounds, he does everything well while also being a clutch player. The only knock on him is just the lack of postseason success. And if he does what he does in the regular season, in the postseason, I mean, he can be the best point guard in the league. Honestly, he really can. Just got to see it. So
he'll get
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. He
I was like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah,
6'6".
Jesus.
Yeah, he do everything.
For reference, that's the same height as Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, ladies and gentlemen, at point guard. Just for reference.
not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. Okay. Next up, off the bench, 6th man of the year. I am going to roll with the guy who started hot last year, going into his second year in the NBA. Give me Benedict Mathurin as 6th man of the year. If they keep him on the bench, the man gonna get 20 a game. He is a flamethrower. I think people compare him to like T-Mac. I don't know about all that, but I mean he can put the ball in the hole at will. So give me Benedict Mathurin as 6th man of the year.
And you want to go to it, or you want me to take it? Okay, gotcha. I think for my 6th man of the year, I got Norman Powell for the Clippers.
Well, there we go.
My man averaged about 18 points a game, shooting about 40% from three. And when PG and Kawhi are playing their full games and you're bringing Norman Powell off the bench, I think that increases from 18 to more like 20.
Bold statement.
Possibly.
Bold statement. Them both playing.
I like it. And that's I went with Norman Powell as well because literally everything you just said. 17 points a game, none to slouch at, 40% 3-point shooter. Norman Powell is the reason why the Clippers were in games a bunch of times with him and Russell Westbrook. So he does exactly what a 6 man is supposed to do. The Clippers got a habit of finding good 6 man. So shout out to the Clippers on that one.
Is Russ starting? Is Russ starting for them, or he off the bench?
He's starting.
He's starting. Okay, I ain't know if he's off the bench this because I almost picked him to be 6th man of the year. If he gonna be
no. Russ starting. That's Russ City, man. That's his team now, bro. They love Russ.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, not mad at it. All right, next up, most improved player of the year. This one could be anybody, depending on who you ask. I have 2 people, and they're both on the same team because I think it depends on how things go.
I already know who.
Walk with me. It's either Jeremy Sohan or the man who just got paid, Devin Vassell. One of them 2 are going to be most improved player of the year because whoever's going to be next to him and takes that next step, it might be Keldon Johnson. I don't know. Somebody on the Spurs is going to win Most Improved Player of the Year because you're playing with Victor. And whoever it is, I mean, Vassell, he's a sniper. He can knock down a three-point shot. Just got to stay healthy. Sohan can literally be a 1 through 5 defender, get the rebounds, guard anybody, and just put about 13, 14, 15 points a game, and you'll be that dude. Somebody from the Spurs is my MIP. I don't know who it is, but somebody.
That's interesting, Savage. I thought you were gonna go the other way with your Nets that you got in the playoffs. So
but he already cold, man. I don't.
So here's the thing: he's already cold. But when he was with the Suns, he averaged 17 a game.
Yeah.
When he was with the Nets for that 27 games, he averaged 26. Can he do this for a whole season? I believe so. Especially if y'all got the Nets I think it was just you, Savage. You had the Nets in the playoffs. He's gonna have to do it for the rest of the season for them to make the playoffs, and I think he can.
Okay, I made it.
Yeah, I juggled with one of Spurs player that I didn't know. And then Mikal Bridges. My only knock on Mikal Bridges is how he ended the Nets seasons and playoffs. By the way, did really well in the playoffs, but he was already averaging pretty well. My guy for Most Improved Player, I think you guys would like this pick. Is going to go to Tyus Jones. I think you're giving him now the keys to the city. He's going to have more assists, more points than he's averaged, especially his past season. So give me Tyus Jones for Most Improved Player.
Tyus, okay, that's an older player, but he gonna score more points, more assists. I mean, you got to get it to him, and we know not mad at that. Okay, Eastern Conference Finals prediction. For me, I don't have the Miami Heat in this situation. I'll just be a dumbass if it comes down to it. Y'all can pull the tape back in June, May or June when the time comes, but I'm gonna go with my head, not my heart, because my heart does say Miami, but my head is like, nah, man, just
you hard-headed. You hard-headed, that's what it is.
Tells me Milwaukee versus Boston. That's the Eastern Conference Finals. That's the two best teams out in the East, in my opinion, and that's who I got. So give me Milwaukee versus Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I ain't about to shortchange you right here. It's Miami versus whoever in the Eastern Conference Final. But this year I'm taking the Celtics.
Okay.
My reason for taking the Celtics again this year is going to be the conversation about Drew Holiday and how he felt about getting traded from a team that he took a nap on, right, with Milwaukee, and then woke up and was traded. And he feels some type of way if he's to see Milwaukee again. Now, I'm not saying the stars will align that they play each other. I'm not saying that at all. It's probably going to have to be Miami that takes out Milwaukee, unfortunately, as always. However, give me Miami and give me Boston, and let's run this again. Let's not go to 7, though.
Yeah, I got the same thing as Sheedy. This, regardless of the Bucks getting Dame Holiday, goddamn it, Dame Lillard. They do have a first year coach as well with the team. So I'm not sure if they're better than the Heat. I'm not sure if they're better than the Celtics. I think those two are the best teams in the East, and that's what I want to see. That's what I'm hoping to see in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay. Next up, Western Conference Finals. I might get looked at crazy, but I'm gonna just rock with it. So first I got the Phoenix Suns there. I think the Phoenix Suns, they are fully all in on offense, which I ain't mad at. Give me Phoenix Suns versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I think this is the year the Grizzlies take that next step. I think they are going to be in a position where they are of the mindset where it's like, okay, we can't mess around. Everybody focus on basketball. Basketball is the easy part. If everybody can lock in on basketball, I think they're good. I think this is the year where they make the Western Conference Finals. So give me Phoenix versus Memphis.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, I mean,
I believe.
You know what I mean? You know, we don't have the Grizzlies necessarily making a footprint in the playoffs, so we can't name them as our Western Conference Finals teams. So, with that said, I actually have the Suns as well. I think KD is ready, really ready, really ready. Give me KD and everything that they've done with their bench. Like we talked about this last time. they've assembled a bench around their top three or big three that is necessary and needed, along with a starting lineup that is needed for the players of the big three that they need. So give me the Suns, and honestly, give me the Clippers. I think the Clippers make the Western Conference Finals this year. I think this whole sitting down and all that stuff from PG and Kawhi stops. I'm not saying they get James Harden. I'm not saying that at all, ladies and gentlemen. I think this team is good enough without James Harden to get to the Western Conference Finals. So give me Suns and Clippers.
Okay. I like that, Sheedy. My man said the Memphis Grizzlies. And it's weird because number one, that's kind of what I have for next season. So I don't need Grizz Nation come down my throat. And for for two is like I already had to go through the Grizzlies versus the Warriors. I'm in Phoenix. I don't want to deal with that shit again.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't at all. At all. So the fact that you just brought it up is like now you done put it out to the universe and it's a possibility, not this season, but for the future. So I mean, we'll see. But my Western Conference Finals will be the Suns, of course. Everything you just said, Sheedy, the bench is what I love about the Suns, and for two, their coach. Savage, you said they're going all in on offense, which I wholeheartedly believe, but you got a defensive-minded coach. So I think if you get a shifting in that culture and that mindset of elevating, on both ends, you looking at a scary Suns team for sure. They do kind of like the quote-unquote playmakers, which I think could be a worry, but you're playing with three of the most unselfish superstars that you can possibly play with. So I don't think moving the ball would be an issue. So give me the Suns. Give me the Lakers. I do got the Lakers in there because you talk about, Sheedy with the Clippers. Until the Clippers actually beat the Lakers, I just got to see it. And I love everything that the Clippers got going on for sure. But I think from top to bottom, last year I said the Lakers' best roster with LeBron. This upcoming season is easily by far the best Lakers roster that LeBron has played with. You can do all that. You can do all that all you want. But when it comes down to being the Clippers, I think they can. When it comes down to being the Nuggets, I'm not sure why. And we can definitely talk about why none of us got the Nuggets in. But when you talk about my Warriors, y'all saw what happened last year. Year before then, my Warriors won a championship. And we went against LeBron James. And what happened? Per usual, LeBron beats us. So if that happened again, deuces. We out the playoffs. So give me Lakers and the Suns.
Okay.
But why y'all got the Nuggets?
I think the Nuggets actually I think they might have a down year. Not like terrible, but I think it's just the fatigue of like just the going to the finals, the celebration of like, oh, we did this, we did that. We got to coast through the season and get to the playoffs again. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I think that somebody gonna get it. It's gonna be like a Styles make fight sort of thing. So they might run into like Phoenix again, and Phoenix gave them trouble in those games.
Phoenix won Nuggets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They want the Nuggets.
It's that factor. I also factor in LeBron want them too. LeBron them got beef like with the Nuggets for whatever reason. I mean, we know the reason, but I think somebody gonna get them in like a second round and get them out of there.
I agree.
Sooner rather than later. So that's why I ain't got them.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think the Nuggets are as motivated.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, their star player is not motivated to really be
so chill, man.
He don't really care. Like he good. Like he got what he needed. You know what I'm saying? And they're not motivated yet right now for me to say on this day right now on October 8th that at 1:52 p.m. that they are going to make a Western Conference Finals run at all. And I think they're gonna miss good old Brucey Bruce too. And I've looked at their lineup afterwards, and I'm not really
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not really.
They had up in the playoffs. They had like 6 players.
Yeah, so I'm not really sold on them. So yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember everything both of y'all just said.
Finals prediction. Took, I told you, you're gonna like this finals matchup. Bucks, Suns. They're gonna do it again from a couple years ago.
Please.
You get Bucks and Suns rematch 1.
Please.
You get KD versus Giannis 2. 2 can go to the finals if you need to see it in person.
Watch me. I will be there. We manifesting that.
I got Bucks and Suns. I feel like that's probably gonna be one of the most entertaining matchups. Let alone the fact that if Phoenix somehow gets Kyrie or something, I don't know. but I think that matchup of like just the big three in Phoenix with the Bucks big three is a match made in heaven. That's basketball like perfection in my opinion. I got Bucks in 6 in that matchup.
No, I'm not gonna let you go past that one. Who's your big three of the Milwaukee Bucks?
I said quote unquote big three. You got Middleton still there.
Who?
That's 2.5.
2.5.
Who? Brook Lopez.
And Giannis ain't got a bag, so that's a half a star. So it's still 2 stars.
Yeah.
It's still 2 stars. What you talking about, dog?
Lord have mercy.
You got the Bucks winning.
Yes, sir.
That's the disrespectful part.
Bucks in 6, man.
That's what happened. What, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
After the Suns won the first 2 games, and
Giannis had a 50-point triple double. Yes, sir.
Wait. I don't have Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, so that's no problem there. Of course, I got Miami going to the finals. I also don't think Miami is done with making any type of trade.
That's facts.
And so there's going to be another push that we make, and I don't know who that is. But give me the Heat playing against. Sorry, too, but I got the Clippers making the finals.
That's a Randall finals.
My thought about this is something is going to happen with Phoenix, something against Phoenix, but something's going to happen. You know, the wet board or wet floor, or whatever that happened when you went to that game that caused.
Hey, chill, dog.
I'm putting it out there. I'm not saying
I got bad memories of that game, bro. Chill.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Trauma. So I think something happens to the Suns, even though they win the series. So not win the series, but they don't win that series against the Clippers. The Clippers go on. And no, Jimmy is set on winning a championship. And so you say Bucks in 6, I say Heat in 6, and I'm stamping it.
As long as the Bucks ain't in the finals, we cool, bro. And I can appreciate that. So I said last year that the only thing LeBron hasn't done as a basketball player is indulge himself in the Lakers and Celtics finals. Again, I do got the Celtics and the Heat in the finals, but I think the Celtics are ready to make the next step, and I think people are underrating the fact that they got Porzingis. I think Porzingis is gonna play if healthy, for sure. God forbid. And then them getting Drew Holiday is like you set, like you ready to make that next step as far as like being in the NBA finals. So give me the Celtics, and again the Lakers. I think, like I said, the Lakers is the best team they've had with LeBron James. I don't know who's gonna be the alpha as far as him and AD, but damn it, y'all won before y'all will figure that shit out. And if LeBron need to take over, he will, because like I said, he do got it in for the Nuggets. He does beat the Warriors every chance he get, of course, help provided. And then with the Suns, it'll be interesting. I got that same feeling, Sheedy. I don't know what it is. It's I don't know. It's something.
Murphy's Law.
And I think the Phoenix fans that do listen to this podcast know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just something. It's something like being able to go to ASU full proud with going against Colorado and say, "Hey, chill. It's 55 seconds on the clock. Watch y'all lose." And they would kind of sneak used to it.
Wait,
so
and then not to cut you off.
It's something about Phoenix, man.
Something happened before with the Suns, right? Like, was it Sean Marion or Mari Stoudemire got hurt during their playoff run?
Nah, they got suspended in their Spurs matchup. Remember, they got on the court. I think they got suspended. Like, I think it was Stoudemire, and it was everybody got suspended, and Spurs ended up beating them when they should have made the finals that year. That should have been the year they made the finals.
Good point. Something happens.
So yeah,
something happens, and y'all know I want my boy KD to win a ring, maybe next year. But like I said, and also LeBron does have a player option for next season, so it's all or nothing for Bron right now.
I do think that in NBA lore, like I personally count the bubble as a championship, but I do think LeBron needs to win one in front of a crowd for the Lakers to be kind of accepted into that Lakers like history.
Would you accept him into that Lakers history?
Would I? I mean, he won. I mean, he won. So I'm like, what else is there to question him about? They did win, but I feel like for like the Lakers fandom, they have
like yourself.
I already declared this last episode, y'all. Anyway,
it's like
you have to win on the court in order to be accepted. Not for me. Okay. I'm not a Lakers fan anymore. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway, moving on to the NBA superlative. So earlier in the week, I asked y'all to come up with some things that are like random that may or may not happen during the NBA season. So if you don't know what superlative is, it's like most likely to succeed, funniest, class clown, all that shit. And so we're gonna do that in an NBA sort of way. And so I got my 4, and I actually want to start off with Sheedy, not just for you, but just something that relates to you. Most likely trade for James Harden: Clippers, Heat, or Houston Rockets. Most likely trade place.
Well, Rockets already said they don't want him.
Exactly. They don't want him. Clippers aren't offering enough. Kyle Lowry back to Philadelphia. The salaries kind of match a little bit. We got to get a little bit more for that. But yes, I believe that James Harden can be a Heat.
Will he be a Heat? Not can he. Will he be a Heat to you in your eyes?
He turned Houston up, and he finna turn Miami.
Will he?
Out.
Man, like if he sets his sights, if he gets off this I can only be a Clipper notion, like how Dame said I can only be a Heat, if he can get off that I only want to be a Clipper notion, then yes, I do see him in Miami.
Okay.
Yes. Because we can make the money work.
Yeah. So what you think?
I think that those 2 options are where he wants to go because he wants to go have a good time. And I think if he were to go to Miami, where it's like, you ain't finna come down here with this shit, I think he's not gonna be feeling it. So it's like none of the above. If I had to pick, I would like him to see him with Russ again as well with the Clippers. Because I know they wouldn't give up Paul George or Kawhi Leonard to do it.
Okay. All right, y'all turn. Pick one.
Oh, I got one. So random, very random. Who do you not want to get in a screen with? Sabonis, Steven Adams, or Bam Adebayo?
Oh, Steven Adams. I don't want no parts of this.
Steven Adams.
I don't want no parts of this. There's a compilation somewhere on Twitter of him setting screens and niggas just dying on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't think they want screens from Steven Adams. Hell no. So I'll do one. I kind of alluded to it with Steph Curry, and in a way, it kind of lets me know who y'all do got winning the scoring title in a way. Okay. But who do y'all have with the most 50-point games? Luka, and these players led the league last year in the most 50-point games as well. Okay. So it's Luka, Steph, Giannis. I'm going Steph Curry.
Definitely not Giannis. He don't shoot enough like threes to get the chunks of points.
But he y'all Batman.
Yeah, but I mean he does things differently. He ain't charged to score as much anymore. I'm gonna go Steph. I think having Chris Paul, at least for now, I don't know they're gonna trade him down the road. Having Chris Paul to like open it up for him to go run around and be a windshield wiper on the wing, I think that helps Steph, score more points. I mean, it's Steph Curry, come on, but I mean it helps even more to have Chris Paul. So I think Steph will score the most 50-point games.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna take Luka. I think I've talked about how I think Steph Curry is going to be in that 2017-18 range, or maybe 16-17, where he might not see too much of the fourth quarter. So if he's already scored 30 plus or 40 plus, he's not going to get the chance to get the 50. With Luka, well, they're going to need them 50. Yeah. So I'm going to go Luka on that one.
Okay. My next one. Most likely to be a first-time NBA All-Star. Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes.
Ooh,
who was the first one again?
Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes.
Give me Cade. Playoff Pistons, man. Give me Cade. 30-year point guard. Stand up, man. Shout out to Detroit.
Man, I grapple with this one. I'm gonna go with Scotty Barnes.
Bounce back here.
Bounce is straight. That he was almost on my list for MIP, to be honest. So I'm gonna go Scotty Barnes on this one. But I don't. If Cade is there, I'll be okay too.
It's time. It's time for him. All right.
Yeah. Best passer in the league. Luka Magic, Joker, or Chris Paul?
So define what you mean by a pass. Like pass lead to an assist, or like damn, that was a good pass. Like
damn, I don't know how to describe that any more than that. Yeah, okay. The best pass to set you up, like when you weren't thinking, like damn, I think he's.
I'm gonna say Chris Paul. Then I mean, Chris Paul is the best setup like guy of this generation. Like he literally makes you better as a big man, as a shooter. I'm gonna go Chris Paul with that. He got Steph
crazy,
too, man.
It's crazy because like Chris Paul's a point guard, but Jokic literally. Did we not see what he just did in the NBA Finals last season? So it's like both of them for me. Best passer. Give me Jokic for right now.
Until you see Chris Paul.
Chris Paul gonna have more assists, but Jokic was doing some amazing things that.
Bro, Chris Paul
finna run. Playoffs hit. All right, let me show y'all who I am. You know
Chris
what I'm saying?
Paul finna run pick and rolls with Draymond. Gonna have Clay on one side. Gonna have Steph on the other side. Might F around and have Kuminga.
I think he gonna have more assists.
Kuminga had 4 for 8 last night from 3. If he hit 3,
he did the same.
Woo,
he was close to my most improved too.
Kuminga.
I get it. Both on. Yes. Yes. I'll do. Speaking of assists, that's crazy. Who's gonna lead the league in assists? And these were the top 3 league outside of James Harden because I can't count him. Yeah. Halliburton, Jokic, or Trae Young. So more likely to lead the league in assists.
Where was Halliburton last year? Was he the lead leader?
Harden was the league leader. Halliburton was second.
He passed.
And like I said, I can't put Harden in because we don't even know if he gonna play, where he gonna play type shit.
Man, Halliburton passed that joint too, though, man.
He was second last year.
I'm gonna say Halliburton because he wants to pass the ball. Like, I mean, all of them do, but like Halliburton, he takes pride in like getting assists and setting his guys up. So I say Halliburton, he'll lead the league in assists.
The reason, and I'm gonna echo that same point. Halliburton had an interview with, I don't know if y'all saw about, with Obi Toppin, and like how many alley-oops are we gonna throw to Obi Toppin? Halliburton was like, he don't like that. He likes his passes as a bounce pass and you're finishing the paint. So for you to understand what your bigs need, that's still an assist. It doesn't have to be that. So give me Halliburton for sure for that.
And especially you talk about a player he ain't even played with yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't played with each other, so pause. And you just said that, Mather and you're expecting to win most improved, which I can definitely see. So it only made Tyrese Halliburton and assists go up. So I'm gonna roll with y'all, even though I think Jokic could average a triple-double this season as well.
Okay, my go. All right, who is the starting small forward for the Grizzlies after the trade deadline? After the trade deadline, is it Zaire Williams? Is it one of the white guys on the roster? Is it a player that is not yet on the roster? Who is the starting small forward for the Grizzlies after the trade deadline?
That's gonna be John Desmond.
This is a very
stuck. I'm going with.
What are your choices again? Wait, don't let them. Don't say nothing.
The choices are Zaire Williams. The second option is one of the white guys. So Jake LaRavia, John Conchar, who was Kennard, is one of those guys. And a player that is not currently on the roster. So a traded player.
And what makes it tough for me is because the Grizz know they got a need and they still ain't gonna make a damn move.
Give me
after the trade deadline.
After the trade deadline, I'm gonna go with Marcus Smart, which is not one of the options that you stated. I don't think you. I don't know. You don't have a player like that coming off the bench. So if you talk about post trade deadline, you have Desmond, Jaren, and
might move Bang to the 3 then. That's the case, but yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Mark Smart can defend, like like how Tony Allen was a great defender.
Yeah.
With his wingspan, of course, Marcus Smart is just a tad bit shorter, but the wingspan is about the same. And so I want to say Marcus Smart, and they needed to give one of those white boys some more time, and I'm not gonna say his name, but it starts with Luke.
Yes, sir. Santi Aldama.
Luke.
I like Santi.
Mm-hmm.
If I gotta pick, I think that I was somebody that did believe in Zaire Williams in progression when the Grizzlies did draft him. And I think this is kind of like his year to kind of prove it because, like I said, there is no Ja Morant for 25 games. So one of y'all white boys, gonna have to step up, or it's gonna be your Zaire Williams, who everybody raving about over the last couple of days. Because do I think the Grizz will go out and make that move for a small forward need? I ain't got the kind of faith in him right now. So give me Zaire Williams starting after the trade deadline. You got me on that one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, two can go again. My fault. I'm about to find this third one that I had.
I got one more.
Okay. I got a few more actually. Who's more likely to win the play-in tournament? I know we could probably care less, but it's still gonna happen. The Nuggets, the Celtics, the Bucks.
Oh, the in-season tournament, you mean?
In-season tournament. That's what I meant. Yeah.
You said Nuggets, Celtics, and Bucks?
In-season tournament. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Boston. I think the Nuggets, they're going to have a slight dip in the regular season. I think Boston would probably beat Milwaukee. I forgot how they got it set up, like who you play, is that whole thing. But I think Boston was probably more motivated for the regular season, at least in that regard, to win. And they want some more money, man. I know they got 300 M's for Jaylen Brown, but that's some more money in his pocket that they will win. So give me Boston.
Yeah, I think this will be the Bucks championship.
Man, come on.
Y'all petty.
So go ahead, Milwaukee. It's all yours. That's all.
If anything, Miami will win that joint. Hell.
Nah, we don't play until at least March, April, bro.
OG Pat ain't worried about season tournament. OG Pat ain't worried about that shit, dog.
They gonna try to undrafted dudes out there like y'all play. Here y'all go. Y'all win.
Get some experience. But I think with karma and the way that the world revolves around us, I think this will be a time for Giannis to give us one of his catchphrases.
Wow.
For winning the in-season tournament. So that's how my karma works in my life, and I'm acknowledging it. Shout out to karma. And I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Let me see. I think I got one. I got two more actually.
Okay.
Yeah, two more.
I just got two. Hey, y'all go ahead.
My turn. Okay.
Yeah, I only had two.
Okay. Most hostile rivalry next season. Miami versus Milwaukee. Suns versus Mavericks. Nuggets versus Lakers. Most hostile rivalry.
Is that first one?
What was the last one you said?
I'll do it again. The first one is Miami versus Milwaukee. Suns versus Mavericks. Nuggets versus Lakers.
Okay.
The first one. The first one.
Miami and Milwaukee.
Miami and Milwaukee. Y'all got Dame. Okay, still beat us. And I think that energy still from like y'all not the Bucks not being able to beat the Heat. Dame already gonna be feeling that kind of heat. No pun intended. But yeah, it's gonna be explosive. I'm definitely watching both games or how many times they play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rivalry of the Bucks and he is going to stem also from Jimmy Butler and Adrian Griffin. They also have been friends for a while.
Really?
Actually,
what's up with it?
There's some story about like either when they were in college or earlier than that. Adrian Griffin and Jimmy Butler butted heads. Who's not a coach?
Yeah,
of the team. And so I think it's going to make it a hostile environment. But I would definitely tune in to a Lakers and Nuggets game as well.
That's game one this year.
But give me. I think the Heat Bucks until the season is over, until we get them done in 6.
Don't sleep on Luka and Devin Booker, though. Don't sleep on that one.
I won't.
All right, that's it for me. That's all I get. Two, what you get?
Okay. So last two. The first one, I think I definitely answered this in the pod, but I still want to get y'all opinion because the line Drake said, one away from Mike, beat it. There are currently 2 players in the NBA who's literally 1 ring away from Mike. Who's more likely to get their next ring this season? Steph Curry or LeBron James?
They both got 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Both got 4. Even next season, you know what? Let's give it overall. Let's give it overall. Let's make it because I already gave my answer. So it's like I do got the Lakers in the finals, but it's like overall. I guess that does answer my question. Yeah,
I hate y'all. I hate y'all.
So what you gonna do?
I do think LeBron has one more in him. I do think LeBron's gonna get one more. I don't know if it's gonna be with the Lakers or if he picks his team next year. Hell, he could be the damn small forward for the Grizzlies if he wants to. He can come over here. But I'm gonna say LeBron. I think LeBron retires with 5. So I'm gonna say LeBron. I think Steph and them done winning.
That's me.
Yeah. I mean, Steph and like this iteration of the
core.
Yeah.
I don't think this group will win another ring. It might be something else where somebody leaves and there's like a new crop, but I think that iteration of the Warriors.
I can feel that.
I'm going to disagree with you, Savage, even though I believe LeBron can still win one. I think Steph Curry just has more years in front of him to play basketball and have that opportunity.
That's fair.
And so because we all agree that the Warriors won't be in it this year, but next year and maybe 2 or 3 years from there, right? Because Draymond is signed with a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
I think they have the opportunity to get. I think they'll tie. Like I think him and LeBron tie at 5. I think to your point, maybe not this year with the Lakers, but if he comes back home to where he won 2 straight, could be an option there. FYI. And so I'll say Steph Curry will be closer to it. Has a greater chance. Excuse me.
With Wade beef with Miami, I don't think LeBron go back to Miami. If Wade beef, LeBron beefing.
man, right. And for me, I guess if LeBron don't win this year, I don't think he's gonna win it. Like I say, he got to play an option, but
I think he will, man. I think whoever he leaves LA and picks his team, that's why I feel like the Grizzlies can slow key be set up perfectly for it. If you got the point guard, you got the shooter, you got Jaren. I ain't saying they're getting LeBron, obviously, but like I feel like
you needed somebody like LeBron.
Yeah, that sort of setup is actually perfect. If LeBron take a smaller deal and say, you know what, I'll be the 4th option. If we got Ja, we got Bane, we got Jaren, I'll coast to a ring just to get it.
Right. Especially if y'all going to draft Bronny.
That'll help his legacy as well. It's like you took a team with no rings to a championship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Never been to an NBA Finals, so I like it. Last one for me. In doing research, this is just a question I just had to ask. I know it was a seasonal thing, but I got to ask this one as a career standpoint. So these players have scored more points than Kawhi Leonard. Mm-hmm. Which is more likely to end their career with more points than Kawhi Leonard? Tobias Harris, Derrick Rose, Andrew Wiggins, and shout out to the homie from Memphis, Thaddeus Young.
Wait, hold on. Time out. What?
Yeah. What? So again, Tobias Harris, Derrick Rose, Andrew Wiggins, Thaddeus Young currently have more points than Kawhi Leonard.
And Kawhi is top 75. That's crazy.
Who's more likely to end their entire career with more points than Kawhi?
Okay, so Tobias, Derrick Rose.
Because hopefully Kawhi do catch up with one of them or something.
I don't think it'll be Derrick Rose. I don't think it'll be Thad. Shout out to Thad. I'm gonna say Wiggins because I feel like Wiggins has one more stop in his career somewhere. Or stop being like he probably be the Warriors, but he has one more opportunity to be the main guy, or at least one of the main guys in his career. How old is Wiggins?
Wiggins just 30, 31, something like that.
I think he's younger than us. I feel like he gotta be like a little bit younger than us. Let me see.
I'll look it up real quick.
Andrew Wiggins. He's 28. Yeah, he got time.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He got about 7-8 years, man. Give me Wiggins as to Wiggins gonna mess around being a Hall of Fame, man. If he do something crazy.
Canada's best.
But you know what though? I think for him, just to speak on Wiggins for a second. I think Wiggins' best chance is to mimic his but his mentor Iguodala. Go latch on to a team that just needs that veteran presence, that has that pedigree of just being a veteran in the league, and continue to stack up wins, man. I mean, Iguodala was literally a Finals MVP to the point where people are debating, is he a Hall of Famer? He's not, but he did get a Finals MVP, being a lockdown defender, being a big shot maker, which Wiggins can literally emulate on his own somewhere. So I'll take Wiggins. I think Wiggins has a chance to lead or have more points than Kawhi. I'll take Wiggins.
Yeah, until you drop that stat, like Wiggins for sure. I was thinking Tobias Harris, honestly, because I don't think he's done with jacking up shots for $40 million. But yeah, I got Andrew Wiggins. I like that because again, he's young.
I like it too. And for reference, Thaddeus Young, out of the current players in the league, Thaddeus Young is 21st in scoring in points.
That's crazy.
Points.
I can't tell you a thing.
Like an NBA 3 or
no. As far as current players go.
Oh,
he has more points than. So just for reference, just to not get a good laugh, because we not finna. They shout out Thaddeus Young, man. You made Memphis proud, dog.
Yes, sir.
You made Memphis proud, but he has more total points, not average total points, than Vucevic, Jimmy Butler, Al Horford, Tobias Harris, Eric Gordon, C.J. McCollum, Devin Booker, Derrick Rose, and Kawhi Leonard with 31. So again, salute Thaddeus Young, man.
I don't know what Thad's plans are after his career, but I would love to see him be around players.
Yeah,
like just be a coach or a front office person. I would love to see that for him.
Give him a polo.
Give him a polo. Yeah, get that man a polo.
Give him a polo.
Get that man a polo or something, man. Because I mean, I feel like he's around for a reason. Like he like either he's motivational or he's good in the locker room. Something happening for him. Because I mean, he's not like an amazing player, obviously, but he still somehow gets a contract. So it's something to be said about Thaddeus Young to be able to continue to get contracts in the league. So somebody he good for something. I don't know what it is, but he good for something. So, all right, man. That's today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back next week with some more. I don't know what we're doing next week. Actually, speaking of that, we say it's on the podcast. So we won't record on Sunday the 22nd because that's the day of baby shower. I'm having a boy in November, so at some point the scheduling will be interesting. But y'all bear with us. We still gonna record. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna figure out a way. I'll be on parental leave for like 6 weeks. We're gonna do something. But yeah, so the recording might be a little bit iffy. We'll figure something out. We're gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere. So y'all tune in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 200, so let's get it. Stay safe. Be blessed. Peace.